When we consider BRD, or bovine respiratory disease, this is a disease complex that the cattle industry has been battling for a long time, not only years, but decades. Part of the reason it's such a challenging complex is that it's difficult to understand from a diagnosis standpoint, and it's difficult to treat. With that said, there are some ways that we can mitigate BRD or deal with BRD very successfully. One of those ways, and what's very important when you look at your antibiotics, is speed of action. So we know that when an animal gets infected with bacteria, those bacteria can replicate very quickly and multiply quickly. So it's very important that we have an antibiotic that can reach the tissue, in this case the lung, very rapidly. And that's because if we don't reach the lung rapidly with our antibiotic, then those bacteria can proliferate quickly and can cause lung damage and ultimately can cause an animal to perform poorly. So having an antibiotic that reaches the site of infection, in this case the lung, very quickly is very advantageous. When we look at using antibiotics to treat bovine respiratory disease, we ideally would like for them to work every time. And the good thing is antibiotics are one of the best tools we have and they work quite effectively, but there are cases where they're not 100% effective. So at that point in time, we need to reconsider our treatment protocol. The second thing is we need to look at when the optimal time to retreat that animal is. We commonly use a PTI, or post-treatment interval. And this is the time from when you initially treat that animal with antibiotic to when the animal is available to be treated at a subsequent time. It's very important that we monitor our PTIs, and we can do that through record keeping, having good individual animal record keeping, and then also a way to identify when the animal was treated initially to when it's available to be treated subsequently. So when we go to identify a PTI, it's very important to work closely with your veterinarian. Every situation is a little different. Manufacturers commonly have research that they look at to identify PTI windows or ranges. But within that range or window, it's important that your veterinarian has an idea of your operation, and that veterinary relationship can help guide that PTI interval to identify your optimum PTI date.